Welcome back to Engineering Out Loud. This is the second episode of our series from MECHESOL's MESP Management Development Program, and today we're diving into Six Sigma. Make sure to apply to the MESP program at mechesolco.com/CPD if you want to level up your management game. Now, you're probably familiar with Six Sigma as a buzzword in the world of quality and process improvement, but have you ever wondered what it really means?
Well,
What's the magic
it's not magic,
behind this methodology
but it can certainly feel that way when you see the results.
that helps companies achieve near-perfect products and services?
At its core, Six Sigma is a data-driven approach that focuses on eliminating defects in any process. The goal is to achieve near-perfect quality, which translates to a mere 3.4 defects per million opportunities.
3.4 defects per million. That's mind-boggling. I mean, how can any process be that close to perfect?
It all boils down to understanding and minimizing variation. You see, the term sigma itself refers to standard deviation, which is a statistical measure of variation. Six Sigma strives to have process outputs 6 standard deviations away from any error limits.
Okay, so that means we're talking about hitting the bullseye almost every single time.
Precisely.
Right.
Imagine an archery target. The bullseye represents your target, and each ring around it signifies a level of deviation. In Six Sigma, we aim to hit that bullseye consistently. To achieve this, we establish upper and lower specification limits, often called USL and LSL. Anything falling outside these boundaries is considered a defect.
Ah, that makes sense. So it's all about keeping those outputs within the acceptable range. But how does this translate into real-world scenarios?
Of course not.
I mean, we're not just talking about archery targets here,
Six Sigma can be applied to any process.
are we?
From manufacturing to healthcare to finance. Take the automotive industry, for example. At a 3 Sigma level, you might see 20,000 faulty parts per million, but with Six Sigma, that number drops dramatically to just 1 faulty part per million.
Wow, that's a huge difference. It sounds like striving for Six Sigma can have a massive impact on quality and efficiency. So what are the key principles that drive this success?
Six Sigma is built on 5 key principles: customer focus, teamwork, reducing variation, identifying root causes, and data-driven decision-making.
Customer focus, that's something we hear a lot these days. But how does Six Sigma ensure customer satisfaction?
It's more than just asking for feedback.
I mean, is it just about asking for feedback?
It's about making the customer the center of your process. Customer feedback and needs are central to defining what success looks like for a Six Sigma project. By truly understanding what customers value, organizations can tailor their processes to consistently meet and even exceed those expectations.
So it's about aligning your entire process with what the customer truly wants. That's smart. Now, I'm curious about how this whole Six Sigma thing came about. Where did it all begin?
The roots of Six Sigma can be traced back to 1924, with the introduction of control charts by Walter Showart. This was a revolutionary step in using statistical methods to monitor process behavior.
So it's been around for a while, but when does it really gain traction?
A key moment was in 1987, when Motorola formalized Six Sigma as a methodology. They focused on systematically improving quality in manufacturing and set new standards for excellence. If you're looking to deep dive further into the history of Six Sigma, be sure to visit mechesolco.com/CPD. Our MESP program resources are packed with information.
Okay, that makes sense. But Motorola isn't the only company known for using Six Sigma.
Absolutely not.
Right.
In 1995, Jack Welch, the CEO of General Electric, adopted Six Sigma across the entire company. This move really helped propel Six Sigma into the mainstream as a powerful tool for achieving operational efficiency and staying ahead of the competition.
I can see how a leader like Jack Welch would recognize the value of a data-driven approach like Six Sigma. And today, it's used by companies all over the world, from Johnson & Johnson to Ford to Honeywell. It's become a global strategy for success. But let's be honest, it's not just about the methodology itself.
You hit the nail on the head.
Is it? It's about the people who make it happen.
Implementing Six Sigma requires a skilled and dedicated team.
Right. So who are these Six Sigma gurus? Do they wear special hats or have secret handshakes?
Not quite, but we do have a structured system of roles and responsibilities. You'll often hear about different belts in Six Sigma.
Belts, like in martial arts.
Exactly. Think of it as levels of expertise. It starts with yellow belts, who are trained to support project teams with their basic understanding of Six Sigma principles. Then you have green belts, who lead smaller-scale improvement projects using their deeper knowledge of the methodology and statistical tools.
Okay, so yellow belts are like the apprentices, and green belts are the skilled warriors, right? But what about the really complex projects?
That's where the black belts come in. They're the Six Sigma experts who lead those complex projects,
Who tackles those?
using their advanced statistical analysis skills to drive significant business improvements. They even mentor green belts, guiding them on their Six Sigma journey.
It sounds like a well-oiled machine with everyone playing a specific role.
Indeed, there is.
Is there a top tier, like a grandmaster of Six Sigma?
At the top of the hierarchy, you have master black belts, the visionaries who guide black belts, shape the overall Six Sigma strategy within an organization, and ensure the methodology is applied effectively.
Wow. Master Black Belts, I'm starting to feel like I need to register for the MESP program at mechesolco.com/CPD right now.
It's never too late to learn and apply these powerful principles.
This is all incredibly insightful. But before we go any further, I think we need a little more context. Can you give us an example of how these roles work together in a real-world scenario?
Absolutely. Let's say a manufacturing company is struggling with defects in its production line. A champion, perhaps a senior manager, recognizes the need for improvement and initiates a Six Sigma project.
Okay, I'm following. So, the champion kicks things off. Then what?
The champion would select a black belt to lead the project and assemble a team, which might include green belts and yellow belts, depending on the complexity. They would then employ the DMAIC methodology.
DMAIC. That sounds like a secret code.
It's not a secret code, but it is a powerful roadmap for improvement. DMIC stands for define, measure, analyze, improve, and control.
Okay, so they start by clearly defining the problem.
Exactly.
Right.
In this case, it would be the high defect rate on the production line. They would measure the current defect rate, collect data on the process, and analyze that data to pinpoint the root causes of those defects.
That makes sense. Data is key, and this is where the Black Belt's analytical skills really come into play.
You got it. Once the root causes are identified, the team brainstorms and implements improvements to the process. Finally, they establish control measures to sustain those improvements over time.
So, it's not just about fixing the problem. It's about preventing it from happening again. This hypothetical example really brings those roles to life. It sounds like collaboration is crucial in Six Sigma projects.
Absolutely. And it's not just about the internal team either. Remember those key stakeholders we mentioned earlier. Customers, employees, suppliers, and end users all play a vital role in the success of Six Sigma.
Can you elaborate on that a bit more? I'm curious about how everyone fits into the picture.
Of course, customer feedback is used to define the problem in the first place and to measure the success of the project later on. Employees are the ones implementing the improvements on the ground, so their engagement and training are essential. Suppliers need to be on board with quality standards to ensure their inputs don't contribute to defects. And ultimately, it's the end user whose satisfaction determines the true success of the project.
So, it's a holistic approach that considers everyone impacted by the process. This has been incredibly eye-opening. And speaking of opening your eyes to new possibilities, if you're ready to explore the power of Six Sigma in your own field, visit mechesolco.com/CBD to learn more and register for upcoming programs.
It's been a pleasure diving into the world of Six Sigma with you so far.
Now, before we move on, let's recap what we've learned today about this fascinating methodology, all right? Let's refresh our memories. We started by defining Six Sigma as this awesome, data-driven methodology for eliminating defects. Shooting for near-perfect quality. We're talking a tiny 3.4 defects per million opportunities.
Right.
That's some serious precision.
And we talked about Sigma representing standard deviation. Six Sigma aims for those process outputs to be 6 standard deviations away from any error limits. Imagine consistently hitting that bullseye.
Exactly. We also saw how this translates into real-world situations, from reducing surgical errors in healthcare to minimizing faulty parts in manufacturing, bugs in IT, and errors in financial transactions. It's incredible how much impact reducing those defects can have.
It truly is. And remember those 5 key principles we discussed: customer focus, teamwork, reducing variation, identifying root causes, and data-driven decision-making. It's not just about reducing defects, but creating processes that truly deliver what customers value.
It's all about understanding what the customer really wants and building the process around that. We also took a quick trip back in time, tracing the fascinating history of Six Sigma, from its beginnings in 1924 with control charts to its adoption by giants like Motorola and General Electric. It's evolved into a global strategy for operational success.
And of course, we can't forget the people who make it all happen. We talked about those different roles involved: yellow belts, green belts, black belts, master black belts, and champions. Each plays a crucial part in driving Six Sigma initiatives.
It's like a team of highly skilled specialists working together to achieve a common goal. And let's not forget the crucial role of stakeholders: customers, employees, suppliers, and end users. A holistic approach. considering everyone impacted by the process, is key to Six Sigma success.
Absolutely. Now, thinking about how Six Sigma can be applied in your own field can be really interesting. Could you improve a process, reduce errors, or enhance customer satisfaction by adopting this data-driven, customer-centric approach?
It's definitely worth considering, and if you're ready to take that next step on your Six Sigma journey, don't forget to visit mechesolco.com/CPD to learn more and register for our upcoming programs.
Now, before we wrap up, let's leave you with a final thought-provoking question.
Think about the processes you work with every day, the ones that drive your projects, your team's success, or even your company's overall performance. What if you could apply the principles of Six Sigma
It's a powerful question to consider,
to make those processes more efficient,
isn't it?
more reliable,
Six Sigma isn't just a set of tools
and more customer-focused?
or a methodology.
What kind of impact could that have on your work,
It's a mindset,
your team, and ultimately
a way of approaching challenges with a focus on data,
your customers?
continuous improvement, and customer value.
And that's something we can all benefit from, regardless of our industry or role. So as you go about your day, keep those Six Sigma principles in mind: customer focus, teamwork, reducing variation, identifying root causes, and data-driven decision-making. You might be surprised at the improvements you can unlock.
Absolutely. And if you're ready to take a deeper dive into the world of Six Sigma and explore its potential in your own career, be sure to visit mechesolco.com/CPD to learn more and register for our upcoming MESP programs.
We've got a wealth of resources and expert guidance waiting for you. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Six Sigma.